because I got a platform, I had a platform to stand on now, you know what I'm saying? So I wrote a letter to the federal judge. We put in, it was a first step act that he put in for. His attorney said that you have 0.5% of a chance, you know, for them to even give you a reduction. So I'm like, that mean I got a chance. They ain't gonna take me, I got 0.5% of a chance. So they reduced his sentence. He put in for another motion for another act that was put out, and now he home now in October, this past October. So he told me there's only 2 people in prison. The ones who told and the ones who wish they would have told. He didn't tell, he wished he would have told that they gave him 27-year sentence, you know what I'm saying? But that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna leave your kids and stuff at home, have somebody else to raise them. They'll be calling somebody else daddy while you in prison, hanging with all they do. Ain't no way somebody gonna tell me that I spent 27 years or 60 years in prison and I'm gonna leave my kids behind. Ain't no way.
I wouldn't have did it if I had no kids. Whatever it is.
But if you had kids though, if you had a newborn or 2, you just said 2 years.
I got a 2-year.
You got a 2-year-old that said, I'm gonna give you 60 years. Straight up though, straight up.
And I got to tell them like my home. It depends on who it is.
Yeah, your homeboy right there. You got to tell him.
No, man, it's not my homeboy.
You taking them 60?
He need to take care of my kids.
You gonna be loyal to your homeboy? Gonna take care of your kids?
Well,
Definitely gonna take care of your kids.
yeah, I ain't gonna.
He'll tell them he'll take care of your kids.
No, I'm telling you.
But
ain't nobody gonna take care.
I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I ain't saying trying to be the harder person, but nah, I mean.
That's 60
Yeah,
years, man.
like a moral code more so than being on.
Not the street code. Not the street code.
Like, more like my own.
That's my homeboy.
Why would I tell him my brother for my own game? Like if we did it together, I gotta take it. You feel that what he's saying?
And we got
but
code.
I get what you saying. Like in the 6'9" perspective, like they didn't got your baby mama, they did everything to you, but you might have well gone. You might have well.
I'm telling you now, if that happened to me, I'm rolling on them. I'm just straight up. I'm not leaving my kids out there. A lot of people do that. It ain't no way I'm finna leave these streets, leave my folks, go to prison for this dude. Oh no, and leave my kids out there. Oh no, you can't get that time back.
All right, so and he told on them that people want to retaliate. Then what you was gonna do then?
If they retaliate, but that don't happen though. That rarely happens. People, that is movies. That is movies.
So you said ain't nobody slide.
No, ain't nobody slide like that. No.
I heard it from the man.
Ain't nobody slide like that. That's so like that's that music thing, man. Just like these rappers tell you, all right, fuck 12, this and that, blah blah blah. But it ain't like that with them though. So when it's time for us to talk to them, you know, they sit down and talk like, damn, why are you telling other people not to talk? They ain't talking, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it is. That's reality though, man. That's reality.
Oh man, you know. All right. I can't let him win the argument. I can't let him win the argument like that. So a lot of overrated, you hit somebody, and then you got to get your lick back.
You said what now?
You know how your mama say, if somebody hits you, you go to school, somebody hits you, you got to hit them back.
Yeah.
So what's your take on that when it...
If you're in school? But, I mean, yeah. I mean, I was raised like that. But that was then.
Yeah.
You do that now, these teams, they come in with that fire.
And that's what I'm saying, and then you tell them the tale, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Do you feel like more law enforcement needed in school? Or you feel
Law
like
enforcement officers needed inside the school?
Yeah, like for the stuff they be having going on now?
I don't think so. I mean, all these schools has resource officers, so they're there at the school. I mean,
Gotcha.
you ain't gonna prevent, just like clubs, you ain't gonna prevent guns from coming inside.
Right.
Anything, no matter what you do, somebody's gonna try to sneak it in some way. But having more police officers in the school, I mean, you can. It's gonna prevent anything that could happen.
Gotcha.
All right. So what's the craziest thing on First 48? I mean, like behind the scenes, it was just you can't even tell it though, man.
Behind the scenes, I can tell you.
Oh, alright. There's some funny stuff that
so-
you thought wouldn't happen.
So in the beginning, like first 48. All right, so I came into homicide May of 2016. First 48 came in June of 2016. So it's like they started filming when I got there. So you showing when I first got the homicide. And when I watched the show, it's like, dang, it look like I'm like hesitant on what I'm doing and this and that. But to everybody else, like, man, like you're doing good. Like not, but me knowing that I'm just starting, you know, fresh in it. Julius at the time was in for like, he was in what 2 years before I was. But in the beginning, you can knock on the doors and people ask, hey, what's going on? You know, they don't know what's going on when I knock at the door. But when the show aired, it's like I knock on the door, they open the door and they, what's going on? You know, they know something is going on now. You know, so I mean that changed too. And you get people. I'll be working a scene and people want to take pictures like when I'm at the scene, and I wasn't expecting that. You know, so I mean, but you still gotta navigate through all that and still, of course, still work your case. I've seen a lot. I don't even know where to start at with that. Some stuff I probably can't say, shouldn't say.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
But before that, you was on Cops though,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
you ain't get no practice in on the Cops.
So before that, of course, I was on Cops. Man, they rolled us. They rolled with me for 9 weeks.
Yeah.
And I had 2 episodes on the show Cops. And then right after that, of course, I went to Homicide, and then had the cameras again. I'm like, man. Yeah. I'm like, I'm getting hit from all over the place with these cameras. But, I mean, it's an experience. I mean, I've met a lot of people, a lot of famous people. It's been a good experience.
I said,
Speaking of, go ahead.
you go.
Speaking of famous people, how it was meet Rickey Smiley.
Man, let me tell you the story. So, me and my wife, me and my wife, her cousin, our friends, we go to the show. And I know that Rickey Smiley is a huge First 48 fan. So then we get there, the show ends, and I'm like, well, I told my wife, come on, let's go. She said, nah, we finna go meet Rickey Smiley. So I was like, all right. So then we go to the front, because I thought it was going to take a while. I was like, man, we'll just go. I just seen him another time. So we go to the front, he's shaking everybody's hand. Then he's like on the stage. So he looks down and he sees me. He's like, oh, he jumps from the stage, jumps on top of me, hugging me. I'm like, oh, shit, look, Rickey Smiley just jumped in my arms, man. So then he's like, man, I can't believe it's you, man, blah, blah, blah. Man, like, it was genuine, man. Like, dude, like, really had love for me and, you know, probably the whole crew. And so then he was like, man, come backstage, man. We went backstage, we chopped it up, and man, we exchanged numbers. Man, you know, we text and talk every now and then, man, and it's been cool ever since then. Been cool.
Besides Rickey Smiley, you met anybody else that you would be just shocked about?
Yeah, so I don't even get on Instagram, man, but I got a message from Instagram from Big Boy in LA, you know, radio guy. Yeah, so he hit me up like, fam, man, I feel like I know you, you know, personally. I'm like, hey, this Big Boy. So I leave out the office. I'm in the office looking at it, so I leave out the office. I call my brother. I'm like, man, Big Boy just hit me. I'm like, what? But it's crazy. Everywhere you go, every concert that I work, all of them come up to me like, man, I love watching your show. And the number one thing that they bring up, everybody bring up, like, man, how's your cousin? How's your family doing? You know, about my cousin that was killed. And everybody asks about him everywhere I go. Everywhere I go.
With that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did the Out Ragu, you know what I'm saying? Interview.
Yeah, so yeah.
And they used it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you said a lot of emotional stuff on now, you know what I'm saying? Like, how I was doing that case or.
Yeah, so with